just a few degrees south of the Arctic Circle, Iceland is known as the land of fire and ice. This alien landscape is the stage for an event that will take some of the world's top ultramarathon runners through a region of glaciers, black volcanic ash fields, boiling mud pools, and towering sand dunes. This is the Fire and Ice Ultra. Covering 250 kilometers in 6 days, the endurance athletes have the added burden of being required to carry on their backs everything they need to survive in the stunningly beautiful but at times inhospitable region known as the Icelandic Highlands. Akureyri, Iceland's second largest urban area and known as the capital of Northern Iceland, is the meeting point for this year's Fire and Ice participants. In the days before the race begins, they have to satisfy the organisers that they're medically fit to race and that they've brought with them sufficient food, clothing and equipment to complete the challenge.
Do you want to see in this? That's my race kit. So it's just leggings, long sleeve top, socks, my cap.
It's a self-sufficient multi-stage event. It's over 6 days. We supply the tent and we supply cold and hot water. That's it. And we supply the support in terms of vehicles, logistics. But each person is expected to carry all their own food, nutrition, clothing, sleeping bags, survival equipment, and they must carry everything they need. If they don't take it, they haven't got it.
I think it's always worth running with it, so I didn't know if you were using wipes as toilet rolls or...
I basically am, you know. The toilet paper's so light, I was like, I might as well bring it in case.
Winter socks, fleece, but then the most important thing, which everyone needs when in Iceland, is a set of Hawaiian board shorts.
They will carry on staying hot, so they might warm water.
Last year's winner, Moroccan Mohamed Ahansal, is no stranger to long-distance running, having won the prestigious Marathon des Sables on 5 occasions. But for a runner more used to performing in the Saharan heat, adapting to the Arctic climate proved to be a formidable task.
Donc après que j'ai fait beaucoup de marathons dans les régions sahariennes, j'ai commencé de découvrir aussi, et ça m'intéresse aussi de faire quelques trails au nord d'Europe, donc dans les pays et dans des hautes montagnes aussi, où il faisait très froid. Donc mon expérience c'était l'année dernière en Islande, traverse 250 km, c'est des conditions vraiment très difficiles, très différentes comme j'ai habitué. Donc il faisait très froid, de passer les nuits dans les tentes à moins 5 degrés, donc, et puis la pluie, puis aussi la difficulté du terrain aussi qui est volcanique, et beaucoup de sable aussi, même le sable que j'ai habitué, mais c'est tout différent ici. Donc mais malgré tout ça, j'ai réussi de le gagner, mais c'était après une préparation physique, morale aussi très forte aussi.
It's going!
Before embarking on the 5-hour journey to the race's starting point, the competitors have time to reflect on their reasons for taking on such a physically and mentally challenging event.
今まで、トライアスロンのアイアンマンレースとか、1日の100キロマラソンとかには参加してきたんですけど、で海外は去年チリのアタカマの、アタカマクロッシング250キロに1回だけ参加しました。
Yeah. I'm Jan Snow. I'm from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and this is my first time to Iceland and my first self-supported stage race. Why do I do this? I have no idea. I guess it's just a challenge. Starting from a 10K 8-9 years ago, gradually working all the way up. My friends and family think I'm nuts, and of course they're worried what comes next.
And I'm Roger Cook from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I started running about just over 6 years ago. I swore I'd never run because I hated it, but I got tired of going to the gym day after day. So I took up running, and one of the first things I found was the camaraderie of running with people. So that led to 10K races, half marathons, doing ultra trail relays, and then an ultra last year, and to this, which is my first stage race as well.
The highlands of Iceland cover large tracts of the interior of the country. They're mostly situated above 500 meters and consist mainly of an uninhabitable volcanic desert. Vegetation is sparse and only found on the shores of the glacier rivers. Some of the most geologically interesting parts of Iceland, with frequent volcanic activity, can be found in the highlands. Camp 1 is situated less than a kilometre from the Vatna Glacier, the largest ice cap in Iceland and one of the largest in Europe.
You're making me laugh now.
I have a compression sack, but I have to carry it outside anyway, so I didn't bother squeezing it down too far.
And that's completely dry back, completely waterproof.
All that 89 kilometres, I think you said, of the dark black lava. Yeah.
This could be a chance,
New,
to,
and
this
that's
could be a
the
chance to
newest
keep
part.
warm where the steam is.
The newest part of the planet that has been developed. It's been born exactly so over there. Okay.
Nice here. Last year we have not seen. This year is nice. Beautiful.
The eve of the race, and the competitors are treated to a surprise. Event director Dave Annandale and his partner Joran have arranged to be married in the place where, 4 years previously, they first had the idea of staging the Fire and Ice Ultra.
You can now update your Facebook status.
Befitting the occasion, the traditional pre-race pasta meal makes way for complimentary champagne and wedding cake. Day 1, 65 kilometers.
Oh yeah, did you see it? I was like, it looked like a tornado. Clouds and then a big spiral of grey.
Really?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Try not to drink water. Slow down!
Aye.
For Mohammed Ahansal, a relaxed start to the day, but for the US runner Danielle Fury, a fall at just 10 kilometers into the race leaves her with a badly injured knee.
Oh, not easy.
No. Difficult terrain when you've got a...
I know, it's really, yeah, I can barely bend it at this point.
feel like I just gotta start running again. I'm just so mad I did it 10 kilometers into the race.
You'll be fine. Tonight, just get to the end tonight and we can work on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Take care.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for saving me.
With almost 60 kilometres ahead of her, it will prove to be a mammoth struggle to complete the stage.
Good.
Very okay. It's quite breathtaking. That's yeah, it's good fun.
It's what?
Good fun.
What's wrong with you, woman?
I tricked him into doing this race.
So we are.
Oops, sorry.
How many?
13.5 to go.
13.5, and are they as deadly as the last 20?
I think that'll fit in there. There. Ooh. Was packed better before. Oh well.
By the time she reaches checkpoint 2, the pain and swelling in Danielle's leg has worsened. Medics are concerned and advise her to stop. However, she is determined to finish the stage.
This is my first experience doing stage racing and my first experience doing any sort of ultra distance race event. And so I've never actually run 65 kilometers, so today had some trepidation attached to it. The longest I've run during training was 50K, so it was, the running longer than you've ever run before has certain mysteries, I guess, attached to it, how you're going to react to it and how to fuel that, especially because we're running in terrain that we have no idea what we're going to be doing. So it was a fun run, and it was a really interesting, desolate, beautiful environment, and unlike anything that I've ever run through before.
But it was beautiful. It was really, really beautiful. You just had to look up, and you could see the snow on the tops of the mountains, and we thought it was going to rain at one point, and didn't, and then the sun comes out towards the end. It was beautiful.
You know, the med, they just wrapped it up.
With darkness falling, Danielle finally staggers towards the finish line.
Yeah. Can you believe it? 10K. I know.
Come on,
I said. Oh, okay.
I am going to do it.
Woo! Yeah! I know. I just said to her, I'm like, I'm going to fall today at some point, and like 2 seconds later, boom,
down. And then I say, are you okay? I'm pulling her up. And she says, oh no, keep going, I'm fine.
Yeah, because I thought it was my knee. Like, it's literally like a second knee.
So are you in pain?
Oh God. Yeah, I'm about to throw up. I'm in so much pain.
Why don't you take your pack off to start it?
You know what? Let me not take it off until I get to the. You show me where that tent is.
The long first day has taken its toll, and the event medics are busy dealing with blisters and minor injuries.
There's been a lot of blisters, some really quite nasty ones, a lot of ones that have deroofed, leaving large areas of raw skin. A lot of people have got nasty ones on the soles of their feet, which is incredibly painful, to be honest, but everyone's walked through them, which is absolutely fantastic.
Stage 2, 36 kilometers. The route passes within a few hundred meters of the site of a recent volcanic eruption, the slowly cooling lava still smoldering as it solidifies.
Vraiment, c'est une place très spectaculaire. J'ai jamais passé à côté de lava qu'on voit juste à côté là. Vraiment, c'est des paysages très magnifiques. Je peux pas expliquer. Et puis je suis très content de participer dans cette édition-là pour profiter d'avoir ce paysage d'Islande.
Sadly, Danielle Fury was unable to continue, and her injury is causing concern amongst the medical staff.
Danielle was a little unlucky. She set off on the first day yesterday and fell over quite quickly. I don't think we saw what happened, but she came into the first checkpoint with a fairly badly injured knee. We weren't very happy with it at the time, but she was determined to carry on, so we let her carry on. She did another 60k, bless her, on the injured knee. And then at the end of the day, we looked at it again. We still weren't very happy, so we decided at that point we had to take her out of the race. So we've been monitoring it since then, and this evening we've decided that it's getting worse. The swelling's getting bigger. So we decided she needs to go off to hospital. So tonight we're sending her off with Dave, and she'll be in hospital, which is the place she needs to be. They can hopefully monitor her and see what is going on exactly and give her the treatment that she needs.
Have a lovely day, sweetie. Your bright colours.
Have a good race.
You too.
I hope you feel good. Most importantly, I hope you feel good.
Day 3, 43 kilometres. And missing from the departing runners, last year's victor has made the difficult decision to retire from the race.
Le premier jour, c'était vraiment très dur. C'était une surprise de faire une longue étape le premier jour. C'était dur. Donc avec un sac à dos très lourd, et j'ai pas pensé vraiment que j'ai essayé de faire le maximum d'aller loin. Mais d'un moment, je sens que mon genou, ça fait mal. Donc j'ai essayé de faire le maximum d'aller jusqu'à l'arrivée. J'ai réussi de terminer la première étape. La deuxième étape, j'ai un peu de courage aussi. Donc je suis quelqu'un qui ne perd pas la chance. Donc j'ai décidé d'aller dans la deuxième étape, d'essayer aussi à nouveau. Mais dans un moment, vraiment, je sens très mal. Donc là, j'ai pris la décision de terminer juste l'étape. Et puis le troisième jour aujourd'hui, donc j'ai décidé c'est mieux. Je suis quelqu'un qui écoute mon corps, donc si j'ai un problème, je pense que c'est mieux d'arrêter et puis de ne pas avoir encore plus grave problème.
Yeah, perfect day. I think we've probably got the best day of summer, haven't we? That's really good. I obviously haven't been going this quickly all the way.
A tough day's running through difficult terrain is rewarded by the welcome sight of an oasis in the otherwise arid landscape. And for the weary runners, somewhere to cool down, rest sore feet, and wash away 3 days' worth of sweat and grime.
My ultimate goal is to get to the end, yeah, and just enjoy it, and I really, really have. So yeah, I spent my first day with Laura, and we just had a ball. We talked our way through it, so we got to the end without realising anything. We've done all that walking. So it's been amazing. The scenery's been amazing, the people have been great. I felt like my body's actually, quite enjoyed being here.
With everyone safely in camp, news arrives from the hospital in Akureyri.
So we just got the update on Danielle. She's been in the hospital. She had an x-ray overnight which didn't actually show anything, but they monitored her leg overnight for the swelling. They were measuring it every hour. She then had a CT scan in the afternoon, which in fact did show a fracture of her medial tibia. The good news is they don't need to do an operation, but she is unfortunately going to have to be in a brace for 3 months and on crutches. And they said, like we said, we couldn't believe that she'd walked 60k on a fractured tibia. absolutely incredible.
Day 4, which, at 41 kilometres, includes negotiating 2 river crossings. The stage winner is Takeo Kitada from Japan, but the overall leader is US runner Adam Danforth.
Yeah. Nice to see somebody different win every day. That's so cool.
Leading woman is the UK's Karen Hathaway.
Danielle sent you all the best.
Oh, is she okay?
Yeah.
We talked to her a little while ago and she's cheering you on from the hospital.
Has she got in a cast?
They were just fitting her for it when we spoke to her.
Oh, bless
about an hour ago.
I mean, it went well. I did far better than I thought I did, considering that I started off nauseous and unable to eat this morning, and with both my knees in pain, but soon, somehow, the pain went away and I was able to get food down more easily than yesterday. The main challenge of today is just getting mentally focused on just churning out miles at a consistent pace.
Okay, just
Look, the sun's coming up.
information for today.
You can do it. It was so cold.
Day 5, and a stormy night gives way to a bitterly cold and wet morning, with the prospect of another 35 kilometres of tough running ahead. Karen Hathaway leads the field despite almost missing a turning, but is soon back on track. Midway through the day, the weather improves, giving the competitors the chance to savour yet more of Iceland's stunning scenery.
Exactly, delicious. I'm slightly warmer now.
Oh my god, this? I don't even know.
About 10?
Is it? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Brilliant.
And at the end of the day, what better way to relax and prepare for the final day's racing than a soak in the steaming waters of the Maivatn nature baths. Day 6, and a relatively short but hilly 26 kilometres will take the runners past steaming mud pools and hot geysers before returning to Maivatn and the finish line. Holding onto his lead, Adam Danforth proudly carries his country's flag across the finish line to seal his place as overall winner in a total time of 25 hours and 43 minutes. Karen Hathaway is the first woman over the line. and for everyone, a celebration of the strength and fortitude that carried them to the climax of one of the world's toughest foot races.
For an event like this, fitness is important, but I think some people will be surprised that they probably don't have to be the super athlete, but one of the qualities that they do need is the right attitude and the right frame of mind, and without that, all the training isn't enough. There are people who haven't trained as much as others, but they have the right attitude, and that's what makes them succeed more. So it's a frame of mind really that's very important.